here we are this morning with the excavator, and man, he's ripping out some stumps and some rocks like nothing. Those big excavators do some work. I think that's a 30-some ton. Yeah, so he's going right at it here this morning. Setting that culvert in. That was my second culvert for drainage, so he's setting that in and he's going to build up the road, and it goes nice and over the culvert pipe. Already hardly an hour in and he's already done all of this. So it's Saturday morning, and I was sawing yesterday, and I've got, for the sawmill, I've got a big order of 8-foot boards. So I need quite a larger diameter 8-footers. The only 8-footers usually I cut are the tops of trees to make 2x4 studs. So I cut a bunch yesterday, and I have 200 pieces of 8-foot 1x6. So I'm going to be short a few logs, so I'm going to head out into the woods this morning and cut a few trees down. I shouldn't need too many, but I've got some hemlock there, so I'll go in this morning, and what I do every now and then, just if I just need to cut trees, I'll go in with my ATV, and I'll show you my little setup here, because it's a lot easier to get in with the ATV. I can go right into the bush, right almost at the trees, with my chainsaw and my equipment, and cut a few trees down, and then the next day I'll go in with the tractor or the truck or whatever. Usually the tractor to tow them with the winch and put the logging cart and stuff. But I'll show you my little setup here. It works really well. In one of my previous videos, I spoke about my logging winch. I just want to show you the end result. I sanded and painted the logging winch. It's for sale. Anyone wants a good quality, strong logging winch. I think it's approximate 4 ton. There's the end product. It looks good. It's a Norse. I built this thing for my ATV last year or the year before. I'm not sure, but as you see, I got a front rack here. And I just built a chainsaw rack. I've got some rubber pads. And I just set this down. I've got some little guides for the holes here on the rack. And it sets in there and it stays. I've got my chainsaw. Usually I've got 2 chainsaws. I've got one that's broke down right now, but this is my main saw. Usually bring 2 saws in case one breaks down or you jam one, but right now I've only got one running. So I put my saw down here. I've got my fuel. Got my felling axe. And I've got all my wedges and stuff. Wedges and tools for the chainsaw. I'll stick that in the back box. Drinking water, that'll go in the back box as well. And I'm only going out there for a few hours. When I go into the woods in the summertime to cut some trees down, I rarely go for the whole day. It's too hot. This morning it's overcast though. It'll be a nice morning in the woods. So I'll go in for 2 or 3 hours, cut down 3 or 4 trees, and usually I've got a few hemlocks down, so usually after 3 or 4 trees down, that's usually about 1,000 board feet, about a trailer load, so I'm good to go. So I've got that on there. Bug spray. Mosquitoes are wild in the morning. Usually though, and the deer flies too, but usually when you start up the chainsaw and start cutting and limbing trees, the bugs kind of go away. They don't like that noise and the smoke from the chainsaw. So I got all my gear. My chainsaw is sharpened. I did that last evening. I'll just run my I'll run a crank strap through everything here. Put her down here. I love these crank straps. Some people like rope and they like tying stuff down with a rope. I can, but these crank straps are great if you know how to use them. They're a lot faster and I find they hold stuff a lot better. All right. Snug. There we go. That's my logging setup. So on my way back from cutting a couple of trees, I figured I'd stop into the road project. And it's looking pretty good. It's interesting how he does this. So when he came in and pushed everything to the side to give him some room. And then he comes back. And while he's coming back, he dug all this good stuff. This is clay and rock. This will make a nice solid road. He dug that all from in here, and the stuff he pushed over, he took it and put it in the hole, then filled it in, and he'll go back and just spread this, and this will make the road, and it'll be higher, and this will be my ditch. So that's how he does it. It's pretty cool. He's got, he already installed that culvert there, so the road will actually be right here. Here's the machine. See, this is an example of he hasn't dug any dirt here yet, so all this stuff will be fill. When he digs for good stuff, it leaves a hole. So he'll put that stuff in the hole, and this will be higher, and automatically there's a nice drainage ditch all along here. And as you can see, there's no more junk on the side there because that's all been buried under here. This is day 3. He only put a few hours this morning, and he's got that first culvert pipe in here. And boy, look at that pretty road. It's got a nice curve to it. Got a ditch on the side of it there. Here's the machine. Here's where I had my hardwood. What a beautiful job he does. Yeah, what a nice job. I like it. There's where that second culvert pipe is. Coming along here. some big rocks around here. This is all rock and clay. So we're headed down the new road. The excavator's finished, so we're gonna go take a little ride, me and the two pups here, and I'll show you the finished product on this road the excavator made for our riverfront property. This is the end of it here. So this is where we had a lot of water come out of next door property and come into the road. So he's built this up here, and it's going to flow into the ditch and right back down there. He's got that culvert pipe here and another one further down. What a nice job. That's where you turn over here. This is the end of it, and that goes down to the riverfront property. He didn't go all the way down, but we'll continue that a little later on. If you see the clearing, that's where the riverfront is. We just got to make a little driveway there. So that was a nice job. I wanted to share how, you know, how they make a road to access your land with an excavator. That guy does good work. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.